James, fantastic job on this movie. The Batman is a cinematic, instant classic, I'll call it. Now, following Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder's take on Batman is a huge undertaking. The first set the bar for grounded superhero stories, while the latter, Ben Affleck's Batman, is one of the most visceral experiences. How did you collaborate with Matt Reeves to create this gritty world while giving it a personality of its own?
Well, first of all, I just want to say Illuminerdi is the coolest thing, and I've been waiting for this one because I'm so into your brand.
Thank you,
and thanks for having me.
Of course.
I think it's an incredibly intimidating idea fitting anywhere in the Batman universe, let alone amongst those films that you were talking about. And I think it all goes back to Matt Reeves as a leader. I think he's, I sort of tucked in under his wing, and he had this amazing take on Bruce, as a sort of DIY guy who had turned his back on Wayne Industries, and sort of that opened the door for us for the design, let us sort of start diving in and figuring out things like the design of the car and the suit, and really all things kind of led from that point. So I think, it's really the genesis is Matt and his amazing take.
Absolutely. Now, the color red was a huge presence in the marketing of the film. Chat me up. What colors should viewers pay heed to in the actual film?
I think red continues to have like a presence, but I think it's a funny thing talking about color, because really it really is a noir. So for me, more than color, the story is about light.
Sure.
And I think what I think is exciting is like putting the light on the things that you want the audience to see, and then also leaving plenty of shadow, which to me builds tension. I mean, Matt was exploring that in the opening sequence where you're looking into darkness and you're imagining, is he in there, until you're on the subway platform and you hear his footsteps. So for me, it was really like working with Greg, who's an incredible artist, and just painting with light. I think that was really, that more than color, that was the tool that we used the most.
Now, among other new recreations we get to see a new take on Arkham Asylum. How did you achieve the feeling of claustrophobia and insanity while still leaving room for the audience to wonder who or what was right around the corner in the next cell?
Arkham, there's a Japanese film called High Low that was very inspiring to Matt, where there's sort of a reveal, the screen goes up and they're in this interrogation room. So I think we were really looking at different ways of revealing the characters. We knew that we wanted the Joker, for example, to be there, but not there, and sort of layers of glass and mesh and shadow and light. So a lot of the design was coming from that place. Like, how could we reveal the characters in different ways and still maintain mystery?
Now, speaking of the Joker, what did you have to consider for those scenes in your design?
It was just what I said in terms of like showing him, but not showing too much, sort of what is a reveal and what's not a reveal, because we knew we wanted to keep that secret for as long as we could. So it was sort of like unpacking the layers for the audience in terms of how they discovered who he was.
Now, there's a lot more of the Batman that was announced. We know that we're getting a sequel and an HBO Max spinoff series. I want to talk about the Penguin. I want to talk a little bit about the Penguin and the Iceberg Lounge. What kind of inspired that look for the Iceberg Lounge?
The Iceberg Lounge is like one of the biggest puzzles in the film. We had like Falcone's upstairs, we had the club under the club, we had Riddlers across the street. So it's the center of the design of the film. And I knew we wanted to be near the seawall because that was something that we really needed to explain to the audience without seeing it. So that led us to thinking about a bridge. And I'd been to a party in the Brooklyn Bridge as a younger person. And it just seemed like a great place to start building. And so we sort of unpacked it from there.
Now, as a designer, what are you excited to explore with these Penguin spin-off series and sequel films for the Batman? What are you excited to explore in the city of Gotham?
I mean, honestly, it's just such a pleasure to be rolling around in Gotham. It doesn't matter where we go, but I'm just so proud that that we've been able to build, new pieces of the map for the fans and starting to create new territory. I mean, I love being a part of that history, looking at all the amazing designs that have come before us. So I hope we just get to keep expanding and showing more.
James, top to bottom, this film is a masterpiece from the directing to the acting to your designs to the script writing. Everything is there. The music, it's a fantastic masterpiece. I can't wait till folks can get this on home entertainment release. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, James.
Pleasure. Thank you.